Hi everybody, it's your host Sabrina and Angela, Mistress Angela.
Ah, say it again. Angela.
Mistress Angela. How's everybody doing? It's a lot been going on.
Facts.
It's been a while since we've been on. And it's been intentional. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Few Sundays now. I have not been on. I was supposed to do some videos solo, but we'll talk about that.
Actually, somebody called me and
Another
said,
day.
asked me last week, hey, have your show went up? And I was like, did the show go up? I was like, did we do a show? And I went and looked at it and I was like, oh, I guess we don't have a show. And I said, we coming
We're
back
working. It's a lot. See how she acts?
Sorry.
You need to get it. Can you get it?
I got it.
Okay. So there's been a lot going on. I'm not normally heavy into politics, but I've been heavy into this. Whoa. So I've been so much so that, so there's like, Mom, I leave you watching it. I come back, you watching it. Stop it. But
It's addictive.
Yeah, I've been really trying to be more informed and just really learn what I need to learn quickly. But anyway,
Are you going to come join volunteer this year?
yes, I am going to be at the polls.
Oh, work that pole, work that pole.
Not that poll.
It's still a pole.
The POLL.
I know, but we play and have fun in our precinct.
Oh wow! I can't wait. I'm excited. But this is my first time
Go volunteer.
serving my community.
Absolutely. Go volunteer.
I'm going to be a runner, so I'm going to be taking the votes to wherever you take the
Oh,
votes.
sweet. And we have some cute security officers.
I'm saying I have to have security, right?
Police. Yes.
Oh, but I got to wear the voting T-shirt.
Yes,
I got to make a whole
You have to do
outfit.
your makeup, girl.
I got to beat my face.
And it's a fun thing to do. And serving.
It didn't sound fun. It sounded kind of risky, but I like a risk.
Oh, respect.
I'm a risk taker. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Focus.
Okay,
now. Today, what do you have on, Angela?
Ooh, let me
Pittsburgh
tell you.
Steelers jersey.
Steelers, hey. See the name back there? See that? Yeah, I know about that.
Oh, it says Con on the back. Oh, that's nice.
It is football
That
season.
looks expensive too.
Football season.
So my shirt,
Oh, what
it's
is your
it's not
shirt?
a
You're bling bling.
a jersey. What's it say? Real women
Oh, real women love
football. Can't really see it, but yeah,
Real
real
women
women love football. There you go.
Oh, look at you doing a scan.
Do that for you. I did a little scan with our high technology.
Football season.
So listen,
Oh,
we happen to love football,
facts.
and I don't know how I'm gonna share
Who
mine.
lost today? That team I don't like in Texas. You know
it
the one.
Dallas?
Why'd you even say that name?
Sorry, the D team. Anyway, I didn't know football. I grew up loving basketball, watching the Knicks, and going to baseball games in New York. However, when I started in the marching band, when we had to play in the stands, I just knew when they were running the ball and they made a touchdown, but I didn't know anything else. So I was like, I need to learn this game.
Wow.
Because I was at the games every Friday,
Wow.
right? So, and at the away game, everything. So that's how I ended up learning football. I still have things to learn and loving football. I just love sports.
Facts.
I love sports in general, but my favorite sport is football.
Yeah, so I fell
about
in
you?
love with sports in high school too, right? So I was in the marching band as well. That brass. Anyway, I think watching football every Sunday at home. We used to watch the Redskins, and it was a family thing, right? So it was a time that everybody had a good time. So I learned a lot from the men around me, right? So I just started watching players, and you get attached, and it's just a great thing. And then college football,
That's a whole nother beast. I love college football.
Okay, sorry.
We want to talk about. I love it for the passion of the players.
Yes,
And they're much faster
yes.
and younger.
Oh, I used to cheer for football too.
Yes, yes. And for professional football, I would on Sundays I would be watching it by myself, right?
Right.
And I would make my drink. It could be Dr. Pepper or whatever. I love Dr. Pepper still. I would make my onion soup mix dips,
Yes.
and I'd have something, some kind of sandwich or whatever. And I'd be screaming at the TV, and my mom would be in her other room, and she was like, "I don't think young lady should act like that." I'm like, "Get that ball! Stop that ball!" Yeah, I had to get
Like,
myself
what are you
together.
doing?
Yeah.
Idiot.
And then my mother would try to come and be involved, and she was like, "Oh, I like the blue uniform." I said, "Mom, please leave. We are not choosing a team based on the uniform." "Oh, he's
Facts.
cute. What's his name?
Facts.
Why are you screaming? Why are you mad at
Facts.
him?" All of that.
So is it football, basketball?
In
then
that
baseball?
order.
Yeah, I like
No,
basketball.
baseball's not in that order. Okay. Baseball is, now that's a game I really understand the rules and understand how it works. Because my
Baseball?
grandpa took me baseball.
Gotcha.
But it's my least favorite because of the pace.
I actually like baseball, but the pace of it drives me insane, right? I like baseball. I grew up watching people play it, hanging out there at the fields all the time. Basketball as well. I mean, sports in general. It's just
And we both married people who are
sports people.
baseball people.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, my God. Everybody I really seriously dated is
We're not married to them anymore.
Oh, my God. It's that pace.
It's an addiction. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, back to sports. All right, ladies, this is what we're going to talk about.
Facts.
So, this is what I find. This is what I want to talk about. I
what's the
know
question?
people. The question, well, no question yet.
Okay.
I know people who date a guy. The guy loves sports. They don't know nothing about sports. They don't even like sports. But then they pretend so they could be with the guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they become annoying because they really don't know. They're not enjoying it.
Right.
There's not many sports I will look at and not actually enjoy. Even ones I don't really get, I'll watch it because I just love sports, right? So,
have you seen the slapping sport? Where it's slapping?
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Is that really a sport, though?
It is.
That won't be on my list. So I
It's
just
like
see
the
that.
breakdancing
And I
thing.
can feel it. I was like,
It's
ooh.
like the breakdancing thing. But anyway.
That's another sport I won't be looking at. So, you made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, so I want to strongly suggest, ladies, that you don't do that. It is okay to be like, I'm not into sports. If he is, let him go do his thing. Some people do it because they're so afraid to let their man
Absolutely.
go off and do what they want to do.
And they can't believe they can spend hours and hours watching games when they don't understand the sport. They think they're doing other stuff and they really are sitting at the bar watching the games.
And if they play the game,
Oh, yes.
they're going to be hours and hours after
Hours,
the game. Because
hours
you got to
and
drink every beer in the bar.
Well, that
You
too.
can't have one or two beers.
Because the team has to debrief.
Yeah, they got to debrief about how many beers they're going to
Yeah,
drink.
and then depending on what level they succeeded in that sport, when you stop playing that sport on any type of professional level, or even college or whatever, there's a part of them that misses that so much because they've done it the whole life. So it's a whole different. And women a lot of times don't get that whole sports thing is real.
That's why we want to talk to you guys. We don't want you to let that get in the way of a great relationship. You got to have your own stuff. Now, if you love sports and he invites you to go with him to watch a game, that's awesome. But if he's going to be with the guys watching the game, please let him. It's okay. You don't need to be the only female in the room. You look you give it insecure.
Right.
When he goes, me and the guys, and you're like, why can't I go?
Right.
I've seen that.
Right.
It makes me sad.
And you don't even understand what's going on.
Right.
Don't do
Get
that
your
to
group
yourself.
of friends, or a friend, a sister, whatever, and do something you like to do, or be good with doing it with yourself.
Facts. So, hint to the wise is sufficient, right? So, if you don't like sports, football is on Saturdays and Sundays. Most people are going to watch college
Thursdays,
football.
too.
Yeah. But you,
Are you talking about pro ball or college ball?
both,
All of it.
because
Yeah,
a lot of people like
college
to watch
is on
both,
Saturday,
right?
right?
Depends on what teams you follow, right? So Saturday is college game day. Like that's all day long.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
And it's in football is NFL, and then we got the Monday night and Thursday night games. Those games depend on who's playing and how he's feeling during the week. But the weekend thing, it's on lock, right? So that time is when you can go take care of yourself. You can get a massage. You can get your nails done. You can take yourself out to lunch. Some self-care, some self-love, right?
Read a book.
Whew. Or take a nap. Yeah.
The other thing, though, is if you love sports like we do,
Yes.
and you're not invited, that's okay, too.
Facts.
Find your own group and go watch sports. Or, I'm very happy with turning my TV on and watching sports by myself.
Facts. Facts.
Because I really enjoy it.
Facts.
So I want to give you that. Now let's talk about if you don't. I want to say this. If you meet the perfect guy,
Okay.
he's not going to change because you want him to. What I mean by that is he's not going to stop watching sports.
Girl, I gotta bring out the fan for this
Because
you dropping some tea.
Because you want him to be, he's not going to change that. And you shouldn't want him to.
No.
Right?
Because it's a big part of
Yeah.
it.
Now, I was very blessed to be married to a man who loves sports. He got me into soccer, right? I didn't respect soccer until him because he played it, coached it, everything. And I was like, wow, and I tried to play and I was like, wow, never again. This is too much running for me.
That's the point.
However, I knew that he loved, Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I was blessed to have someone who wasn't obsessed with sports, which I've had both.
Yes.
Right. So I've had a person who loves sports, but if something else was more important to me or one of our friends having a party and the game was on, he is nothing for him. I know some people who won't move because the game is on.
Right.
He wasn't that dude. Now I had a man in my life,
But it would depend on which game it was, though.
Well, it didn't matter to him.
Okay,
it didn't matter to him, but I've had another person in my life who, if a game was on, if a championship was on, if a blank was on, he's not moving.
Right.
Or if it's just his favorite team playing.
Right.
It could be a scrimmage.
Right.
He's not moving, and he don't care what's going on.
Facts.
So you got to know who you're dealing with, is my point to that long.
True.
I'm sorry it took me so long to get there. You got to know who you're dealing with, and then decide if that's what you really can deal with before you get too involved. Most guys don't lie. They usually let you see the right in the front. Now I have seen this. I've seen people meet people, not football season, have no idea that man is a football head, right? And then football season comes and they break up.
True.
Because they're like, what the hell?
And that's the reason why we're talking about it, right?
Yeah, that's why we're talking about it.
It's major during football season, but it happens in any sport, like you just said. I mean, it can be for golf. It can be whatever it is. It's whatever somebody's thing is in that space, and they just zone out. Wrestling, right? You know, it's all, wrestling's been around forever, but it's considered a sport, right?
Somebody got me watching wrestling now. The fake wrestling.
But it's some
not
beautiful
school wrestling.
It's some beautiful people to watch when they're wrestling.
Have you seen Trick?
Who?
Trick. A wrestler called Trick in WWE.
I have to ask my son because I don't know the names.
Girl.
We were somewhere.
Talk about him. I'm gonna show you a picture of him.
Yeah, but the what's the guys with the long hair? You guys know the ones I like. The T-shirt that I have. I can't think of the name.
Wait, what? Long
They're
hair.
like Hawaiian or something
Oh,
like
those
that.
are the Rock's cousins.
Yes,
I know you're talking about.
I like that group. I like that group.
I'll tell you about them later. They kind of broke up, and there's a whole lot going on.
I haven't watched it in a while, and my son hasn't told me about it.
I probably see it every other week because when I hang out, that's what we're watching.
See, there you go. So we're talking through this, right?
But because I love sports, I'm trying not to get, because a lot of it's so fake, right?
It's fun.
It's so fake. I'm like, and then sometimes he'll say blank about it. I'm like, well, they didn't rehearse that. That's why that didn't happen. He's like, stop saying that. But he don't want to deal with the acting. He wants to deal with, I'm sorry, y'all. So if you watch wrestling, a lot of it's not real. That it's rehearsed. And I bring it up during the match, and it's not appreciated.
So I can appreciate it because my grandparents used to watch wrestling. I'm from North Carolina. My grandmother watched it all the time. I grew up with, the Sting and all those people or whatever. So I get it. I just don't watch it all the time. But then when I started doing makeup, and I used to do Dragon Con all the time. I used to go to all those sessions, and it was such fun stuff. But anyway, but they're beautiful people, and they're really athletic people. So it's cool. It's a craft.
It's some eye candy, that's for sure.
That's for sure. So I go for the eye candy and entertainment. You know?
That's what you're going with?
Yeah. That's what I do.
Okay.
That's what I believe. It's in my soul. I believe that. So,
Hey,
are we toasting? We
got to toast.
Talking about
we're
football.
talking to the football season, to the
Football
fall
season.
Fall is my second favorite season.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Summer's my first.
Ooh.
I
think spring and fall.
Those
Spring
your
and
favorites?
December because I like cold.
Yeah, you're weird.
I like the
I
cold.
call her a polar bear.
Have you ever did a snow angel nude in the snow? Have you ever done that?
We are talking
If you
about
do
sport.
We were talking about seasons too. It was a commercial break.
This is the commercial break.
Angels in the snow. You should try it. Yeah, you should try it. I was in Colorado.
How do I not know this?
I thought I told you.
And was it a nude Colorado or something? You just went out there naked?
Well, I was in a cabin, so it was snow outside.
And there was no other cabin around?
Not really far, but you had to look. So if you're looking, then you should see what you see, right? So I just went out in the backyard.
And laid in the snow?
Yeah.
Hell no. Hell no.
Keeps you vibrant.
I was thinking about trying to get in the ice bath like an athlete.
Yes.
It's really good for your joints.
Yes. You gotta put your mindset to it.
I could barely get in a cool shower. So
It's mind over matter. You wanna do a polar bear plunge this year? Let's do it.
She's been trying to get me to do this for years. We'll talk about it.
We're gonna do it.
It's not a sport.
We're gonna do it.
Anyway.
Everybody vote. Let's do the plunge. Okay. Continue. So football, right? We're talking about that.
We're talking about, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how to navigate in a relationship
During football
when you
season.
don't like sports and they do.
Gotcha.
We got you for if you do love sports. If you do love sports, there's really nothing to talk about, right?
So maybe maybe you're that sister that loves sports but don't really know anything about the sport. So what should they do then?
So to me, I think it's about your mindset. Some people have the capacity to say, "Oh, can you teach me a little bit?" So at least I know when it's a touchdown, and I don't yell out, home run at the basketball game. You know what I mean? Because just like, can you teach me some of the lingo, some of the basics? That's a better word.
How do you score? What's the point?
Yeah, what's that mean? Like tennis, I love tennis. I love tennis. I love playing tennis because I have great hand-eye coordination. But I really don't understand the scoring. So I sat down with your cousin, Kevin, and we were at a restaurant. We were at a restaurant, and the match was on. Wimbledon was on, and he was explaining to me, and it made so much sense the way he explained it. And then the next time I saw it by myself, I couldn't remember what he said. But other than that, I really want to know though.
That was
your
process for learning it.
Yeah,
so that's how you learned and got through it.
Yeah, I was really. So you gotta learn something, just like you. Well, it depends to me. If you don't care, if he doesn't show interest in what you like to do, and he's okay with you not showing interest in what he's doing, then it's okay.
Right.
It's okay to have your separate things and then have things together.
Yeah. But sometimes when you're together for a long time, people think it takes over. Like you just care about that thing, right? So when we start dating, like, why don't you want to leave on a Sunday? And he may not be obsessive with the game or the sport itself, but it's just a big game. Like it's Super Bowl Sunday, and he just does not want to go anywhere, and you're trying to make him go somewhere. Those type of things happen a lot during football season.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah,
you might be going to a Super Bowl party.
But I'm saying if she's not into football,
she might get into it for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's kind of a big game.
Yeah, I know.
But you get what I'm saying, right? If it's a big game to him and his team, and you're trying to get him to go somewhere, and he's not, a lot of times people break up over that type of stuff.
If you don't talk about it first.
Right.
That's a good point, Mistress Angela. So you saying that makes me think, you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you guys what we're drinking. This is a little rum punch. But because we said cheers, but we didn't say, yeah. But to what you said, I think that conversation should be had. It should be one of the things you ask when you're dating.
True.
I really do, because it can make or break you.
But that goes back to what you said, that if you're just saying whatever you want to get that person. Like, oh yeah, I love football. And then in your mind, you can't stand it.
Yeah, I've seen women do
that.
And then you're mad at him for being who he is.
Facts.
So I would say, hey, do you love sports? And if he says, yes, I love sports and I don't miss a game, then you could say, oh, well, I don't know anything about sports. It's not my thing, but I am very willing to, do my thing while you're doing your sports thing. And I think that'd be great.
True.
Right? You don't have to do it some people think when you get a new relationship, you have to do everything together. I think it's sexier when you have your own separate stuff, separate friends, separate experiences, and you can come back and share.
Absolutely.
I think that's really, and you can trust each other to do that.
There's a sport that I really don't care a lot about, is golf.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I was gonna say something crazy.
No, but when you said don't care, I know you weren't gonna say.
Yeah, so it's golf, right? So I went out with somebody who loved golf. I can respect some of the main hitters that's in that sport. I know those names. I respect Tiger Woods like tremendously, right? And I can watch it like in increments, but I really don't understand golf at all. So I was going out with this person, and we were talking and we were vibing, and we were going somewhere. And they said, "You want to go golfing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't do that." But then we decided to make it fun, right? He said, "Have you ever tried golfing?" And I said, "Well, actually, I do like to try things." So we were able to do it real time, and I went golfing, and then they taught me the process of the sport, right? Which was amazing. And I got to buy an outfit. It was cute. It was fun. I realized I don't want to play golf though.
You mean an outfit to play golf?
Yeah.
Are you excited because you got?
So let me tell you, whatever it takes to get me to that game of golf.
I'm gonna tell you my golfing experience.
But I respect golf now, right? Yeah.
I met this guy, really cute, very accomplished, and he played golf so well that he was in the top something in the United States. I didn't know this though. And whatever that is, they play in Augusta. He was in that, the Max something with the jacket.
Yes, the Masters, yes.
He was in that.
Wow.
I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
But he's like, "You want to go with me?" And I was like, "Sure." And he doesn't brag a lot, so I didn't get it. So then they had this like house looking thing on the one of the holes with food and a chef, and you got to sit there and you can watch the game or you can walk with the game.
Right.
I was so impressed when that was over, because it's kind of like putt-putt on a larger scale. Right. And it's the hand-eye coordination that got me. Right. So I love anything that requires that of me. Anyway, I thought, "Ooh, I want to learn this," until I found out how much it costs.
Right.
That's what stopped me.
Right.
I was like, golf clubs cost what? You talking about your outfit.
But I love the game, and I've been to some amazing courses because after that lesson, when I went to different cities and I saw where the Masters were, I saw down in Jacksonville, in what's the little city beside Jacksonville? It's it's another golf place there.
If you don't know, you know I don't know.
It's the Golf Hall of Fame thing or whatever.
Oh.
And it's a beautiful spot. I can't remember. I put it in the show notes, but great spot because I love the nature of it. You know, it was the surrounding, the peace, and it's quiet. So even though I don't want to play golf, I can go and watch a game of golf and actually understand the scoring stuff.
That's another slow, long.
And you get to drink.
Yeah, you do get to
Have a
drink.
cocktail.
That might be what got
Cocktail
me
in the
there.
summertime. I mean, what? I mean, come on.
And I do have cute outfits.
Right. And they
Even
have
the
little
guys.
music now at the games too. Like in the backdrop, they'll have like little
Even when
reception
they
areas.
quiet. Oh, okay.
Back in the
Not
reception
for
areas.
the players to hear.
No, with like the
I got
reception
you.
areas and stuff. So it's really a fun, chill game. It's a long game, and I don't do long games like that. I can't do that. I can lay at the beach all that time, but I can't do that game. But I love it.
So what are we saying, you ask? Well, we're saying a lot. We're
Right.
saying we want you to have a great fall season, a great football season. Embrace the football. And there are other things you can do when you're watching the game and you're not really watching the game.
Yeah,
You can entertain yourself.
you can.
There's things to look at on the field. I'm just saying, if you don't like the game. Now, I am one of those, I'm watching the game. I'm one of them chicks.
So, quick question, because we're helping people out, right? It's football season. What if you're not really into football and the guy you're dating now likes football? He wants you to come to a football game, right? He's trying to get to know you and see your vibe, and his friends and everybody's there, right? What do you do if you don't know anything about football? What should they do?
I think I would ask about like you said earlier, the basics. Like, even if you didn't even know, can you tell me, like, who has the ball? How do I know who has the ball? Because it's right. The technology makes it easier too. And then how do I know what a touchdown is? So, or just cheer when your folks are cheering. You know, pick the team where they pick. Do you have a team? Well, not really, but I'm going to go with the team where you guys are going. You know, I'm new to this.
Right.
Just be honest. I'm new to this. I'm so excited. And if you're not having a good time, just stare at them in their uniforms.
That works too. That works too.
It's a little perk.
You know, a lot of times at those type of parties, there's male and female there, right? So typically the women usually kind of go in a different space. They kind of flow in and out. So you can kind of hang out and get to know people then, and, you know, kind of have conversation. So that's fun.
Yeah, I'm not that girl.
You're not that girl.
I'm in the room with the guys watching the game.
Because we're not
while
talking
the
about
women
people
are in the kitchen.
But we don't know about football. So they're just,
sorry.
We're getting them to the party. We're teaching them
right.
how to get through the party, okay?
Yeah,
Get through the
that's
party.
right. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
But you're right, we'll be in the game room.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts. I don't really want to talk about the other stuff you're talking about. Did you see that pass? That's what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
What did he do? Dance it out, dance it out. Touchdown.
This goes for basketball, baseball. It goes to, yeah.
All sports. All sports.
Take the time and learn a little bit about it if you really care about the guy. And if not, just be honest and say, I could care less. I'm wearing pros every day.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I could care less about sports, and I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm going to let you do your thing, and I'm going to go do blank. And you don't necessarily leave the house either.
No,
if you're in the
no.
same space, you can just go to another space.
Do your thing, like we said earlier. Do your own thing and whatever that looks like. Go upstairs and take care of yourself, pamper yourself, take a nap. Go hang out with your girlfriends that don't do football.
And some men don't care if you're sitting in the same space reading a book because you're not interested. I don't know how much fun that would be, but some men don't care. They're just watching the game. If you want to be in there with them, just don't ridicule them, criticize them.
And if they invite
watching
you
it.
into the game, like that space that they like to watch football, and say, hey, babe, come and watch football with me or something, pause, because he's asking to spend time with you, right? He
In
wants
his
to spend
way.
time with you, something he loves to do. So pause and do it, and don't do it with attitude. And appreciate, because oftentimes we say our men don't want to spend time with us, but when they reach out to us in certain ways and we do all that dumb shit that we do, right? That's a shutdown mode.
Rolling eyes, sucking
Right,
your
like,
teeth, being mad.
I'm not doing that. That looks stupid. And you're complaining and you're bitching the whole time. Don't do that. But go into his space if he invites you into his space, because you'll actually have fun. You get to see a side of your partner that you don't get to see, and learn something from him.
Let me just address this real quick because it's about time for us to wrap it up, right? What I want to address real quick, two things. One thing is, if he's obsessed though and like addicted to sports,
True.
And you don't feel like there's a balance there where you're not getting enough of his attention, that's another issue that needs to be addressed quickly. Don't let it go too long. because it's really less about the sport and more about the quality of time he's spending with you when there is no sport.
Absolutely.
Because if he's spending quality time with you when the game is not on, then you should be okay with him spending time doing what he wants to do. But if that's all he does, that's a different story.
Right.
It has to be addressed quickly.
So I would say that in response to that, if you start to feel that way, sit down and have a conversation with him, right? Tell him how you're feeling and express your concerns. And if he doesn't, or her, because this actually could go both ways, right?
Exactly.
We're being gender based right now, but it's for
Well, it could be
everybody.
same gender and one person loves sports and one person doesn't.
Right.
It works
could-
either way.
in any type of relationship,
Yeah.
right? Any attraction relationship,
Right.
You should have a conversation and let them know. And if you don't see where they're trying to make progress and making sure you guys spend quality time together, then that's a real conversation. If it's, time here and there, sometimes it's an awareness piece for people. Like, I'm so used to doing this, I didn't realize it was a problem, right? I didn't realize you were feeling neglected. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry, babe. A lot of times guys will do that because I don't realize I get caught up in work, right? And it's a month before I talk to somebody, like, oh my God, I've been working. I lost track of time.
Right.
So give somebody the benefit of the doubt and have that conversation. And then if there's no change or transition, then I would start to think about the obsession piece that we talked about. That it's just that, like, we're forgetting people. Like any other type of obsession, that you forget your kids and your responsibilities, or you put your responsibilities to the side, then that becomes an issue, some awareness about obsession or something.
Yeah, and it could be turned around where it could be let's say a heterosexual couple, and the woman could be the one that loves sports, and the man could be the one. So we don't want to put this about gender; it's more about what you like.
Right.
But either way, the advice is the same.
Absolutely.
Communication is the key. The other thing I want to talk about was, this is not a sport, but it could be a problem, sporty like gaming.
Oh.
I have someone in my life right now who's telling me, not a man, but a female, who's telling me like all her man wants to do is play this game. And that's what he spends his money on, and that's what he spends his time when he gets home from work. He goes straight to the game, hours and hours and hours and hours.
Have they had a conversation?
And they tried, yes, they've had many conversations. She tries to stay in the room, she'll read a book, or she'll be on her phone, and he'll be like, I can still talk to you while I'm playing the game, but it doesn't really work that way. Because, females tend to want undivided attention. She says she's tried to, like, have a conversation where he says, we can have a conversation while I'm gaming, and then he's not really.
Because you're focused, that's the point of the game.
And he's playing with other people. So it's not that, like, back in the day when you're playing a game, you can pause it, and you're playing with other people. So he's talking to other people while they're in the room.
Right.
And so, that needs to be a conversation. You would think as we got older that would be less of an issue, but it's not.
It's addiction, just like social media.
And it's an escape too.
Absolutely, because you can totally zone out. Like, I totally get it, right?
Yeah.
So I would see what else is happening in his life or that person's life, because it's a coping mechanism, right? A lot of times it's a place you can zone out and not have to worry about anything. If there's problems going on, then maybe it's something else that's causing that person to play all the time.
He said it really brings him joy. Because I've talked to him too, because she asked me to. And he's like, this really brings me joy. More joy than you're a woman.
So then she has to figure out how she's gonna live with it or not live with it.
Or not.
Right.
That's what I said.
Coping.
He didn't try to hide it when they were dating. She knew he was a gamer when they started.
Yeah.
I said, you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Either you join, you figure out what to do while he's doing that, or you don't do it at all.
Yeah. And this is not about that, but we always have options, right? And I think one thing is, we get older, we forget we have options because we have a tunnel vision. And if it works for you when you realize that this is what this is, sit down and figure out what's going to make you happy in the process. If it's, okay, cool, this is what they do because I love them in all these other ways,
Right.
I'm willing to deal with that, then make peace with it.
Right.
If you're not in that space, then make peace with that and then make a decision on how you need to move differently.
Right.
Real talk.
So ladies, or the guys, because it could... some guys, believe it or not, might be having this issue with their guy or their woman.
It's football
Okay.
season. It brings me joy this time of year.
I have a cute something I can't wait to wear.
Oh, okay, then that's what's up. And then also, it's a fashion statement too sometimes, depending on what games you go to.
Oh, yeah.
If it's in person, or the football parties are so diverse to me. It's so much fun, but it's always everybody having a good time. And Remember our
your company
friends?
don't give y'all tickets. You better take me.
I'm working on it. I'm
Take-
working on it.
Let me see you.
I'm
Let me see you on
working
TV at the
I'm
Falcons
working on
game.
it. I'm working on some tickets. I'm
Come on,
working
come on now.
But my team came early, so I didn't get. I was working.
Um,
I was working.
all right. Well, listen, we're gonna close out. Did you have anything else you want to say?
If you into this season or whatever sport you're into, enjoy it, have fun. Just be all in. Be all in.
Enjoy the football food.
Yes, the
I
drinks,
love a good cold beer.
the music, the halftime shows.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Enjoy the people. Enjoy the people. And it's like a homecoming whenever you do certain games and stuff. Like the homecoming games, yeah.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Communicate. All right. Give them the other person a little unconditional love, a little understanding.
And if you both like football and you're at home together and watching it, you know, you can make it fun. You can make it fun.
Smack
Halftime, timeouts.
Halftime sex. That's what you about to say.
You haven't done that? Okay, we gotta go.
Have a good week. We love you. Take care.